discovered that he's ordered for a blacklist of celebrities that he deems as, quote, anti-Semitic, which is, of course, code word in his terms for being anti-Israel. This was a recent article that just came out literally yesterday in Haaretz, which is the Israeli newspaper, actually. And Paramount Studios reportedly keeps internal blacklists of anti-Semitic industry figures. This is pretty shocking. This follows Paramount's public rejection of a boycott against Israeli film institutions, a stance backed by the new CEO, David Ellison, the son of the tech magnate Larry Ellison, who has taken bold steps to reshape the company, including acquisitions and staff overhauls. So, if you guys, just a little bit of background, if you don't know this dude, David Ellison is the son of the billionaire, the second richest man, Larry Ellison, second richest man in the world. And both of them are staunch Zionists. His father is actually the largest private donor to the IDF. So these are the kind of people, and a large part of the reason that David Ellison wanted to buy Paramount, that Larry Ellison, the man who's also in the purchase of TikTok. So his father wants to own TikTok. He wants to own Paramount, which is the parent company of so many other smaller media companies. And using those platforms now, they are going to basically completely control the public narrative. And now we also know, on top of all of this separately, and I just made a previous video on it, Israel is spending millions of dollars to influence and control the narrative on ChatGPT, which you can already notice now just by talking to ChatGPT. So the narrative is completely controlled by just a small group of pro-Israel billionaires. And this is exactly part of their larger agenda to basically murder the Palestine movement in the United States and stop all potential backlash that might ensue. So, of course, social media is not too fond of this. Paramount Global, under the new CEO, again, as I said, following its July 2025 merger with Skydance Media, has reportedly compiled this internal list. This list, it includes, it basically condemns, Paramount's condemning the many celebrities that you might have remembered from last July that actually signed a letter stating that they're against what Israel is doing and they want to boycott Israeli films and whatnot. This is really going to put a dent in your, quote, we don't control Hollywood narrative. Hollywood actors may be blacklisted for anti-Semitism under Paramount's new anti-woke leadership, apparently supporting and making sure Palestinians have human rights and are not treated like animals is woke. Paramount is reportedly maintaining a list of actors it will not work with that it deems are overtly anti-Semitic. So, of course, this guy is going to be one of them. I remember he was on Grey's Anatomy previously. So Hollywood actors may be blacklisted for, quote, anti-Semitism. Paramount is reportedly maintaining this list, and it just basically repeats the same thing. And here are some of the main figures that it decided to put on this list. And it just goes on. The photo World of Real chose for this with Mark Ruffalo, Javier, Olivia Colman is just illustrated. Neither theirs or Variety's official report mentions their specific name. However, Haaretz does. So the article goes on, and it talks about not just anti-Semitic, but xenophobic and homophobic. Variety reported on Tuesday, which is interesting because they say they want to push an anti-woke agenda. However, they're saying that they're also going to be combating homophobia. So, which ultimately, I don't think there should be any hate, but it seems like, how are you saying one thing's anti-woke? Because typically, the woke, when you hear woke, you're not really thinking about that. According to the Entertainment Magazine's report, it's currently undergoing managerial and branding turbulence under its new CEO. He's really not happy about it. The letter, signed by 1,200 prominent filmmakers, including Emma Stone, Javier Bardem, Mark Ruffalo, Tilda Swinton, and Olivia Colman, called for a boycott of Israeli film institutions, accusing them of involvement in genocide and apartheid against Palestinians, which is why their photos were previously displayed. In its statement at the time, Paramount wrote, "We believe in the power of storytelling to connect and inspire people, promote mutual understanding, and preserve the moments, ideas, and events that shape the world we share. We do not agree with the recent attempts to boycott Israeli filmmakers. This is our creative mission. Of course they don't, because they just want to um, control everything and make sure that you love Israel. That's ultimately the point. And the main people that are spearheading this are these two right over here. The probably some of the most just like overtly evil people, I think. Larry Ellison, again, largest private donor to the IDF, and his son. And I don't know if you guys have seen, there's been a viral clip circulating for the past like month or two of Larry Ellison saying, we're going to monitor and control everything you do. And we're going to make sure that you're on your best behavior. And he's literally in the clip, he says, no, you can't do that. And that's what Anna Kasparian ended up going viral for and mocking him for saying that. So it's this same dude and his son. And now they want to basically cut celebrities that they feel are a threat, because by doing that, what else is it doing? Well, you're basically telling all the other celebrities that really haven't spoken out too much yet, or they're thinking about speaking out, it gives them an incentive not to, because if they do X, Y, and Z, then they're going to also be blacklisted. Okay, this is how they suppress speech, by making sure they fire people that they don't want, and they make sure they instill fear in those that would otherwise speak out. This is how they control the larger narrative. So again, it's really unfortunate, but this has kind of just been what's going on. This has been going on forever. This is just kind of what they do. We do not agree with recent efforts to boycott Israeli filmmakers. Again, this is from Paramount. Silencing individual creative artists based on their nationality does not promote better understanding or advance the cause of peace. The global entertainment industry should be encouraging artists to tell their stories and share their ideas with audiences throughout the world. We need more engagement and communication, not less. Bullshit. It's funny that they talk about nationality and they want to make sure they hear the Israeli perspective. They really want to make sure they hear that. But yet, when a Palestinian film, No Other Lands, that talks about Israeli settler violence, gets awarded, receives an award, Netflix wasn't able to actually put the film on, and it was barred from being shown in the United States. Apparently, when it's a Palestinian film, David Ellison doesn't want that shown, but if it's an Israeli film, absolutely. Well, God bless Israel. We have to worry about them. It's the double standard here with these individuals is abhorrent. It's honestly disgusting, and it's all part of their larger desire to want to latch on to power and control. Warner Bros. Later joined Paramount in condemning the open letter, which is pretty interesting as well. Didn't know that. Though it explained its decision was made for, quote, legal reasons. Interesting. Behind Paramount's statement stands David Ellison, who, after lengthy negotiations, received approval to acquire Paramount Global, the parent company of CBS, MTV, and Hollywood's oldest film studio. Ellison, of course, he's 41. Like I said, he is the son of Larry Ellison. So it's just ridiculous. People are getting so fed up with it. And then, of course, let's not forget Bari Weiss, that David Ellison also brought on with CBS. The whole entire film industry, the whole entire mainstream media is basically completely held hostage by the Israeli narrative and Israeli control. Our politicians are held hostage by AIPAC and the rest of the Israeli lobby. The mainstream media is held hostage by Israeli influence, ran by just a few billionaire pro-Israelis. Basically, every aspect of modern day life where we have any sort of freedom has to be tainted with Israeli influence. And if you speak out against that, well, you're attacked and you'll be blacklisted like these celebrities are. So what's new? Go through some of the comments now. Let's just go ahead and read them. Let's see here. Hollywood is losing money by the ton. They might as well go bankrupt. Absolutely. People are honestly just sick of hearing the propaganda. I mean, you go on TikTok now and you'll see videos of people recording or showing videos that have Israeli propaganda in it. When a video randomly mentions Israel for no apparent reason, I think the TV show Bones did that at one point, and there was a video going viral, like, why is Bones randomly bringing up Israel? They love to just, like, kind of sprinkle in that Israeli propaganda. Time to boycott Paramount and everything they do. Boycott all Paramount movies. Gives them an excuse to be complicit in the crimes of crimes. Russia has creative artists. They do, but when it comes to Russia's narrative, we can't. We don't want to hear that, of course. So the double standard is ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Entertainment and music is now just sellouts to the devil. Boycott all the major companies and support new ones. Greed. So that is, yeah, it's pretty crazy. If I was a plastic surgeon, I would refuse to do any more work on the Ellison's family. So that's pretty funny. Okay, guys. Well, yeah, so would appreciate the support if you go ahead and click the subscribe button below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. And as always, would appreciate some support for my channel, and super gifts helps me to be able to do more of these. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.